Good morning, gardeners. So, this is take maybe 4 of this update video. Take 4. Why, you ask? Well, I do have small ones who want to run outside all willy-nilly. 2, for some reason, I kept hitting the back button on my phone. That happened on 3 occasions, so there you have it. Take 4. So, where I left off in the previous video that I thought I was going to be able to continue was we found another pest. It was like I don't know if it was a caterpillar or not, but you guys didn't get to see it. I picked it off. But anyway, this is going to be an update video on the entire garden. But I will start where I left off the last time with talking about the pest that was chomping away at my cucumber plant. As you can see, he did a little damage there. I'm gonna recap because in that last video I pretty much had already gone over everything cucumber here. But anyway, I explained how I wish that I did a little bit more research on cucumbers, mainly because, okay, so my perimeter of my planter's box is 36 inches and 40 inches on the perimeter. The depth, I want to say, if we start from the top of here, I believe I have about 8 to 8.5 inches. It's that deep, I believe. Honestly, I will get you all a more accurate measurement as soon as I find my tape measure. But I also showed you all this. I have to figure out how I showed you and how I got you to be able to see. So, one, those are those little that are popping up. Those are roots from the cucumber plant popping up from the side. Now that little dude was sticking out at first, but we went ahead and filled up with some more soil. And I'm just wondering if that's normal, if that's okay. Do they need to be planted in something deeper? And if so, are they too big to transplant? So if I have any gardening experts out there with cucumbers, or just, because trust me, I surf the web. I'm all over YouTube. I pretty much subscribe to a lot of gardening sites. I really, really love the California Gardening. And then there's one more, I cannot remember the name, but I'll make sure I leave a link or see if I could put it on my channel so you guys can go over and look at theirs. But any experts, please comment, like, subscribe, and again, don't forget to hit that bell for notifications on new updates and just everyday life of this video. Again, keep in mind I am a beginner, so this channel is just to have clarity for myself and for any other new future gardeners or people gardening now that just want to walk with me on my new journey and learn in my learning process. So, update. These guys are looking pretty good, pretty healthy. But you see, we have 9. And this is why I said I wanted a bush variety the next time I try to do this, because I will have an added on box at some point. But this is not a bush variety. This is, let's see. We got this from our lovely neighborhood, Lowe's. And it does not bush, but I do know it vines. I've seen a lot of videos so far. And they're actually supposed to be really good. Have a nice crisp. Can use them for a salad. Now, I myself do not eat cucumbers. Why grow cucumbers if you don't eat them? My kids and my husband do, so hey, they'll have at it. But yeah, so I know I have too many. Now, what I wanted to know, are they too big to get out of here and put them in something like this, or maybe even a whiskey barrel pot, and just try to grow them, separately, because they're going to get big. And I don't want to just throw away some perfectly good cucumber plants. I'm all for save the green. So, yeah, again, any experts? Are they too big to move and to transplant into something of a little a little bit bigger for them to have the ample growing room. We took one of these to my mother-in-law, and we gave her one that looked like this. He was smaller. Now, before we took her, that plant had only had the 2 Trulies. Wow, that guy didn't grow much of nothing over there. But they only had 2 of the Trulies, which are these right here. They only had 2 of those. And now her plant is huge, and it's just one. And we figured that her one plant would grow bigger than ours because we have a whole lot of them in just rows. So again, experts, if you have any advice, are these able to be transplanted into something else so that maybe all I have is 4 in here? Also, these are the makings of a trellis, just haven't done it yet. Trying to figure out, when do I need to build a trellis? Because this particular one has already started to develop, and correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say these are the tendrils. Basically, I would call it the grabber. They are going to reach out and grab, and it's going to be there for stability, but it has quite a bit of them. Also, this is where the video stopped last time, but I had caught a little creepy crawly just crawling its way around there. So yeah, that's the update for our cucumbers so far. They're doing pretty good, and I know if you can see that, it's just soil, but for whatever reason it won't come off. I guess with a nice good washing it will, but anyway, now let's walk over here since I'm going this way. My ghost pepper plant, as usual, it looks beautiful. Really green, luscious leaves. Got him at a Lowe's in Murfreesboro and brought him home. Again, for those listening, I do call my plants him and or her. Don't know why, just bear with me here. So, I don't know if you can see, but we've got flowers, finally. Flowers. So I want to say I have 5 of them. Oh, nope, there's 6. I have 6 of them on there right now. No actual peppers, but 6. Now that is going to be a video that I do believe we're going to film when I actually get peppers and they mature. Going to do the little ghost pepper challenge, I guess. I guess my husband wants to see me die for a little minute. I love hot food. For those of you who don't know, absolutely love it. Almost anything is super spicy, but I'm not the one that likes to burn my mouth off. I like to enjoy my hot food. But this will be a challenge. We'll see how hot this is. On the little paper here, it says extremely hot, but this one is coming along nicely. So what I did do is I looked up it says peppers are self-pollinating plants. They're outside, and we get a couple flying creatures out here. I'm going to plant some perennials at some point to attract bees or butterflies to try to help pollinate and get the plant to produce them. Well, thing is, I was watching a video last night, and the guy he did his garden on the inside. I've seen everything for self-pollinating, Q-tips, electric toothbrushes, regular toothbrushes, and literally he shook his plant. Basically just kind of took it and shook it. Now, I guess he was just kind of loosening up pollen and letting it fall. Don't know if that works. I haven't tried it until just then to demonstrate, but we will see. Excuse me. Now, I'm going to go from this. Well, we're looking at this guy right here first. Now, this is the red bell pepper plant. Update on this plant. Now, remember, I think I put in the other video that I did a little, minimal topping. I literally only took off one of these, and it helped. If you can see, it helped a little bit. We got a little bit more green up the stem, and it's trying. Now, it also has two peppers. This pepper has been the same size for quite a while. This guy. Don't know how well he's doing, but this one is getting much bigger. And that is what I have been finding about these bell pepper plants. I got all of these guys from Lowe's. So they are really luscious up here, up top. I have buds for days on a lot of them. And I watch so many different videos that give all this different advice on what to do for that. Saying that you should take the buds off when you first get them so that the plant has time to put energy towards other places. And I'm just wondering, just maybe, if it's too late in the game for me to go ahead and take all these buds off, because I'd like the plant to really start maturing. But it also takes 70 to 74 days, if I'm not mistaken. No, this one is 70 to 80 days to mature. Only problem with getting them from the nursery that I do not like, which I am not going to do my next growing season, I'm going to do everything from seed. The cucumbers were all from seed. And the reason I like that is because I can keep track of stuff. I don't want to say I'm kind of compulsive with that, but I love the fact that I can date and track how old these guys are, because I have no idea how old these pepper plants are. None of them. Everything over here I don't know. I've only grown two things from seed, and that is my spinach and my cucumbers. So yeah, I don't know how old these plants are. I don't know if they have, how close they are to maturity. I would hope this isn't a mature plant. I would hope it still has some more growing to do. But let's come over here to our big Bertha Bell. Now Bertha, I had to take Bertha back once and then get another Bertha. My first Bertha just was wilting badly. Don't know why. All the other guys were thriving, and then she just was not doing right. So Bertha here is our guinea pig. Don't know if anybody remembers. She wasn't doing so well. She was just kind of all stopped, no nothing. The leaves were dying off, so we figured we'd try to revitalize her. Now, don't know if you can tell, Bertha is starting to produce more green around the stalk. I'm happy with the results that we're getting from this, mainly because it's supposed to bush out. So, healthier plant, I believe, will have some healthy production with producing fruit. Now, how long that'll take, do not know, but we will find out. We will find out. So, don't have a lot to say about Bertha, but she is putting out and producing more of the leaves around the sides. Now my Cajun bell. We actually harvested 2 of these Cajun bell peppers yesterday. Out of all of the pepper plants I have, this Cajun bell has been on point. Now, let me move that, because that's for this one, and I'll talk about that one in a minute. Cajun bell, I have had this happening. Flowers just kind of falling off. And I watched a video yesterday of a guy saying that sometimes the plant will drop them if there's too many on there. So yesterday, we went ahead and harvested. Let's see. I can't really tell if my camera is doing alright. It's with the lighting, but you see that was a small little pepper prior to today. And so we had 4 initially. I went ahead and harvested the one that was at the bottom that was not doing a lot of growing. And then the one that was on the other side, it too was not doing a lot of growing. Also, I see now a couple of little holes in these leaves. And I haven't caught the culprit, but here's hoping. And that's crazy because there are a lot of buds down there. I got flowers and little buds just peeking out. There are flowers pretty much everywhere in this little plant. Flowers and buds, that's what it does. So the one thing I notice about this Cajun bell pepper plant is when you harvest, even just harvesting one, it popped up 3 more. I just harvested 2. I would not be surprised if I saw a plethora of these guys just start popping out everywhere. And I'm not really sure if this guy's gonna be hanging on, but I'm hoping. But anyway, this one I think takes the least amount of time to mature. 60 days after planting. I have no idea when it was planted. That's the only thing. Not growing them from seeds. So, last pepper plant. It is the yellow bell pepper plant, which takes, if I'm not mistaken, well, I can't see, 70 to 80 days to mature. Now, we already staked this one, but this little guy, well, this big guy now, was so teeny tiny when I got this little plant. Now, I am not gonna lie. Again, I am a beginner. So when I went to Lowe's to get pepper plants, I went to the nursery and I'm like, oh, this one already has a little bell pepper on it. Let me get it. But looking and watching a lot of the videos, I should have cut it. It seems like I should have cut or taken that pepper off, because as you can see, there are very small buds in there, but this plant has not flowered. It gave us, which it is right here, it gave me just this one small, don't know if you can see, gave me this small pepper plant. Very small pepper. And it didn't do anything. It stayed. It's been this size for weeks. All of the plant's energy is going to this one pepper. So again, experts, do I cut it off? Do I continue to let that pepper put energy towards it? Anyway, spinach, moving on, doing pretty good. Got a couple. Only thing, I've sowed a lot of spinach seeds. Why is it that I only see a couple plants? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I'm pretty sure I sowed a heck of a lot of those. So I still have a whole lot left. I might just come back out and put some more in there. And here's our strawberries, still doing good. I came out here the other day to get some of the runners out of here, because again, like I said, we have 1, where's that other one, 2, 3 plants, new plants to come up from the runners. And for those of you that don't know what the runners are basically daughter plants coming from the mother plant that are gonna root themselves and produce more plants. As of right now, I don't need that because my strawberry bucket isn't as big. And last but not least, our tomato. This is a Bush Hybrid Goliath, and I haven't done much research on him. We've kind of just let him do what he wants to do, but in the process, the tomatoes are glorious. They're pretty big, and we got a little baby up here, and it's been growing pretty well as well. So again, Green Thumb Gardening, gonna sign off. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to hit the bell for notifications on updated videos. I might come out and do another one today as I go through here and do a little pruning and just kind of see what I find about my peppers over there. So yeah, also, let's try to get this channel to at least 1,000 subscribers so that I can start going live, because I don't have a tablet or any. I have a tablet, but I'm not gonna carry that thing around and start doing this. This is kind of convenient. I always have my phone with me, whether I'm at Lowe's or anything, because I plan on taking this and doing videos while I'm shopping at Lowe's for stuff for the garden. But let's try to get us to 1,000 subscribers. Share, 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 share. Hit that bell, and we'll be able to start going live soon. As always, happy gardening, you all.